Good evening, Fernwood. It is your unstuck pilgrim pal Neil here, and it's time for us to get unstuck in time together. Back to a whole new episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Today we will be watching the episode from June 18th, 1976. That's a Friday, so I think they may set us up pretty well for next week. We hit a lot of beats yesterday, so I think let's do my best to clean those up, make sure that they make sense, and then we'll get started on the episode. We began yesterday's episode with an exchange between Mary and Loretta in which Mary accidentally outs Ed and Howard McCullough as gay men to Loretta. Loretta is sadly quite homophobic in her reaction, not angrily so, but she certainly calls them an abomination. At the same time, Loretta is more than happy to defend the disgusting actions of Merle Jeters, which include hypocritical visits to prostitutes, not to mention at least one act of violence against one. Loretta's okay with this, and I am certainly not in any way. Mary has been dealing with many stresses in her life, which include dealing with the phone lines that she has going on and not being connected to the television. Also, Mary has been having really strong reactions to the new flight patterns over her home. They seem to be triggering some kind of anxiety response. At the Haggers, Charlie brings home a copy of Billboard to see the release of Loretta's new song, Vitamin L. Loretta's a bit disappointed by that and maybe is thinking about singing a religious song, maybe to help her relieve that stress. On the other side of the coin, Charlie is disappointed because Loretta has not disengaged from the Universal Mission Crusade like she said she would, because Loretta is concerned with Merle Jeter's soul, and that is a thing. Back at the Hartman residence, Martha is more than excited to tell Mary what she has discovered about her birth father, that he is a member of the Choctaw tribe and that they are part Native American. I don't think that Mary quite puts this together, and Mary maybe doesn't have any sense of that identity. Of course, Mary has plenty on her plate as she gets a call from Dennis Foley to come over. She's been waiting eagerly to be in touch with him since they had a disagreement about what their relationship should be. Mary wants to be married and Dennis wants to be a bachelor in a relationship. Then at the door, we see Tom Hartman looking as clean cut and as happy as we had ever seen him. He has not been drinking, he says, and invites Mary out to dinner. Of course, Mary, with all of the things on her plate, is trying to cancel, but as soon as Tom finds out that Dennis is involved in the situation, he bugs out right away. Martha is really no good at keeping any kind of secret, and that's something that maybe she may have to learn about. Tom then goes to deal with his frustration, anger, and all of the emotions by going straight to the bar with Ed McCullough. Of course, since Tom is angry about Mary seeing other men, Tom thinks that he should be on the lookout for other women. Tom invites Ed to come find some young women to pick up, and Ed agrees to this. This might be complicated because not only is Ed in a committed relationship, more or less, even though there's some strain in there, but Ed is a gay man. So we'll see exactly what picking up means and whether Tom discovers anything new about that. At the Shumway residence, we see Kathy bring in Clete Meisenheimer, who's doing his best to weasel his way into Kathy's heart. He does seem to have sincere feelings for Kathy, but the fact that he has invited her to work at the news station and continued to move her up every time she has tried to not be involved with him emotionally might complicate the situation. And finally, we get a scene between Mary, Heather, and the interviewer from the contest that is looking for the ultimate consumer housewife. Mary presents herself as best she can as an ideal housewife, but the interviewer seems more interested in the fact that she has literally nothing going on. She's more interesting because she has no ambitions. She doesn't have hobbies. She can't visualize herself in any other kind of place. On the other side of that table is Heather, though, who does her best to paint her mother as a woman who is having multiple affairs, and Mary's maybe not too happy about that. When I say maybe, she's really not happy about it at all. Mary does seem to have some confusion about the feelings between Tom and Dennis and what the heck is going on in her life. She's got a lot of stress she's dealing with, and she's really not dealing with it as usual. That's all the recapping I've got energy to do, so let's go ahead and start this episode from Friday, June 18th, 1976. Let's do this.
I brought you some flowers.
Thank you.
I hope you're not offended.
No, of course.
I mean, I did it kind of backwards. I know, me bringing them to you. Flowers to you.
Come on in.
Oh, thanks. You really should have brought the flowers to me, but I read in an article in family circles that says, why shouldn't the woman bring flowers to the man if the man can bring flowers to the woman? I hope you like sweet peas.
They're my favorites.
Yeah, they're my birth flower.
I've missed you.
Oh, I haven't been away.
Let me take your coat.
Why haven't you called me?
I did.
No, but you didn't call in the last couple of days. Could you help me? Yeah, you called for today, but you didn't call in the last couple of days, and I just thought you were gonna call. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, it just sounds. I know it sounded like I was waiting by the phone for you to call, and it's not like I wasn't waiting by the phone for you to call. It's just that I don't mean to be pressuring you. You've just been very sick, and you really shouldn't have a lot of pressure on you. And so I certainly didn't mean to be doing that.
Come on, let's sit down.
This couch is so comfortable. I just can't believe it. You know what's incredible about this couch? I've always felt this way. I don't know if I've mentioned it before. It is so soft, yet it is so firm. Do you know what I mean? There's many a couch that you will sit down on and you sink into it and you don't get the proper support.
Mary, I want to be honest with you.
I don't think I'm going to like this conversation.
The last time we were together, you talked about marriage.
Oh no, that wasn't real or anything. That was just a mention.
Anyway, it caused me to take a good hard look at myself. And I'm frightened. In the past, it's been easy. Because the women I was involved with never wanted any more of a commitment than I did. And if they did, then I could always get out of the situation before any damage was done. But then I met you.
And I'm different.
You were a challenge. You were so unwilling and so inexperienced and so serious about your emotions. I didn't know what to make of you at first. And then All I know is I just had to have you. I had to possess you. Something happened, Mary. I fell in love. Because you touched something in me that I didn't think was there. Listen, you're the best thing that ever happened to me in my whole life. I mean, you've given me more than I thought any person could possibly give to another person. Certainly more than I thought I was ever able to receive.
So?
Mary, we've reached a point where you want me to give you something in return.
Well, you have given me something in
No,
return.
I know I have given you something in return, but not the thing you want. I guarantee, Mary, that's the something that I can't give you.
Why?
So I'm an orphan, Mary. I'm skeptical.
What do you mean you're an orphan?
I don't think we should see each other.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Mary, I'm afraid. I've already hurt you. I don't want to hurt you anymore. Even if I have to leave Fernwood and the force.
What? I'm sorry, I'm just very confused.
Goodbye. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry about everything. Because we were just right for each other. But not just now. Goodbye, Mary.
Dennis? Dennis? You can't leave.
Mary, I have to.
Dennis, this is your apartment. Unless you want me to keep it.
Oh.
I'll leave. It's okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
We had a wonderful day, didn't we?
Yeah, it was really terrific.
You know, I love doing the news with you. And I love the place you took me to dinner tonight. I mean, who would ever think of Mongolian barbecue?
Hey, I know all the in places. Just stick with me, sweetheart.
You're so wonderful.
I know.
No, I mean it.
I know.
And to think that I started out hating you.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
You are a little conceited.
Oh, no, Kathy, that's confidence. It runs in a newsman's veins.
Yeah, like Barbara Walters.
Right, like Barbara Walters.
Anyway, there's a lot I have to do still. I have to go and meet your parents in St. Petersburg.
They'll love you.
And then I have to finish my religious instruction to become a Catholic.
You really want to do that, don't you?
For you, yeah.
I understand.
I want to be the type of wife that you'll really be proud of.
Oh, you're getting there.
Am I?
But I lied. Hey, Franco, buddy. Hi.
I'm very sorry
What for?
for kissing in here.
Be my guest. God is love, isn't he?
Hey, way to go, Frank.
Well, come on, sit down.
Yeah, thanks.
So how you doing? Well, I guess there's no need to ask. I mean, you both look great.
We are great.
How's everything going at Channel 6, okay?
Boffo.
That's a showbiz term.
The show's up 2 percentage points this week, and I've got a feeling it's because of my choice of using Kathy as the weather person.
Congratulations. You see?
Thank you.
I got a feeling there's something else. I mean, you two cats look like you just swallowed the canary. Come on, what? Why? Come on.
Well, you're right, Frank. There is something else. That's why we're here. We're going to be engaged.
To be married.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, it's quite a surprise. It certainly happened fast.
You know me.
Yeah, I'm afraid I do.
Hey, whoa, Frank. That's the old me you're talking about. I'm talking about the new me.
Look, I'm really very pleased about this. I just want to say a few words. You know, as a friend.
I'm sorry, Frank. We really can't stay. We just came by to give you the good news.
We've got time.
Well, we'll miss Emmanuel. I'm doing a research project for the news station on adult flicks.
I'd really like to hear what Frank has to say.
Okay, honey, fine. All right, go ahead, Frank.
Well, I just think it's a great idea, the two of you getting together. I just wish you'd give yourselves more time. I mean, a week ago, you weren't hitting it off at all.
A lot can happen in a week.
So true.
No, I believe that. Look, I'm very fond of both of you, and I just want you to be very sure before you take a major step like this. I mean, marriage is a lot more than falling in love. It's a lasting commitment that two people make after a lot of thought. Now, I don't have to quote statistics on the number of broken marriages because couples rush things.
You know, Frank, you sound a little bit more like a priest than a friend now.
Well, I thought maybe it was possible to be both.
Oh, of course it is, sure. And we're really grateful. We really are, aren't we, Kathy?
Yes, we're very grateful.
I mean, if it wasn't for you, we'd never have been introduced.
Which is why I feel so responsible. Now, I just wish you'd give yourselves more time to really get to know each other.
I couldn't agree more, Frank. I mean, absolutely. And we're getting closer every day. Look, we have a lot in common, Frank. There's our work, obviously, and our lives and our future. And with all that stuff going for us, how can we lose?
Okay, just go slow. Okay?
Okay.
And, congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, girls.
Hi.
How are you? Well, can I buy you a drink?
Oh, I'm fine. How about you, Jolene, huh?
Oh, I'm still nursing this.
Well, Jolene, that's a pretty name. That's a very pretty name. What's your name?
Yeah, Joyce.
Oh, Joyce.
So you don't drive a truck, do you?
Me? No. Why?
I thought I recognized you from the apartment that went up next to mine. You know, you look like the guy in the concrete mixer. You know,
yeah?
the truck. Yeah.
Putty Putty, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it wasn't me. I mean, driving the truck, that is.
Yeah. I could have sworn I recognized you.
No. Maybe you've seen me at Federated, though. I used to shop there for my wife. My ex-wife.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Is your friend married?
No, as a matter of fact, he's not. Listen, you want to meet him, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Come on over. I'll introduce you.
bring it
Here, thanks first.
Thanks.
There you go. Hey, Ed, come here. I want you to meet a couple of pretty girls with two pretty names. This is Joyce, right?
Yeah.
And Jolene here, and this is my friend Ed McCullough
Hi.
and Tom Hartman.
Nice to meet you both.
Yeah, me
Come on,
too.
sit down.
Hey, listen, I got a couple of frames left, okay?
Yeah, go ahead, Ed. Bull. Go ahead. I'll entertain the girls, okay? So. Oh, you missed. Huh? So, listen, what kind of work do you girls do?
Well, I work for the phone company.
Oh, yeah?
Directory assistants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, information.
That's good. That's just like her. Yeah.
Joyce is a truck driver.
A what?
Yeah. Really turns a lot of guys off.
You're kidding. You drive. That doesn't turn me off. Doesn't turn us off, does it, Ed?
Huh?
Joyce here's a truck driver. How about that, huh?
Hey, that's really something.
Yeah. What do you drive? Big trucks? or
No,
what?
big, medium-sized, little. You name it. If it's got wheels, I can drive it.
That's great. That's really great.
Yeah, you really mean it?
I think that's just great.
Well, I'm really glad to hear you say that. You know, not everyone feels that way. Of course, it was real hard getting started, but now I got a regular run with the dairy company right here in town.
No kidding. Hey, that's terrific. That's really good.
Yeah, it suits me better in long hauls on account of, well, I can spend more time with my kid.
Oh, you got a kid, huh?
Yeah, I got a 6-year-old boy from my second marriage.
Oh, yeah?
Or was it my third? 6 years old, third. Oh, I'm so bad with numbers. How about you?
Yeah, I got a kid, too. Yeah, I got a girl named Heather, age 12.
How long you been divorced?
Well, I'm not divorced yet. I'm just separated so far.
Oh, that's the worst kind.
What do you mean that's the worst kind?
Well, you know, to get acquainted with. You go out, you have a few laughs, the next thing you know, the guy's back with his wife. Are you separated too?
No, I'm not. Hey, Tom, I gotta talk to you. Over here, okay?
Oh, okay. Hey, listen, would you excuse us for a minute? We'll be right back. Don't go away, huh? Okay? Muy pronto. I'll be right back.
Si, senor.
What's up, huh? Hey, look, they're terrific, really.
Yeah, listen, you wanna go ahead with him. You go ahead, but I think
What's
I'll
the
go back
matter?
home.
What's the matter? How come?
I just rather, that's all.
Well, come on, Ed. I mean, what are you doing to me? I mean, you're supposed to be cheering me up. You're acting like a real wet blanket.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry about that.
Hey, come on. Wait, all right. Come on, me. I know they're not Raquel Welch and Candy Bergen, but you're not Paul Newman either, you know? Come on, just a little fun, a few laughs, a little female companionship. Come on.
Yeah, well, that's just it.
What do you mean that's just it?
Female companionship.
What do you mean? Okay, so, girls, listen, come on, man. So there's nothing else better around, for God's sakes. I mean, you look all over. Be my guest. You can find something
Tom,
better. Go
look,
ahead.
Look, they're not my type. Do you know what I mean? Look, I just don't dig them.
Well, that doesn't matter if you dig
Will
it.
you listen
So
to
what?
me?
I'm listening, will you?
Look, the reason that I don't dig them is harder than I thought. Look, all right, my type is about 6 feet tall, wears a size 42 jacket with 11 and a half size shoes. Look,
What?
I'm sorry to knock the wind out of your sails all of a sudden like this, but I figure it's better you know now than later, right?
Hey, Ed, come on.
Look,
Ed,
come on, it's
Ed,
the truth.
Ed,
It's
Ed,
the
Ed,
truth.
Wait,
Look, I'm just sorry I lied to you so long. I'll,
Hey,
I'll see you around, okay? I'll see you around.
Ed, no, Ed.
I didn't know anybody was home.
Howard.
Well, what's wrong, man? What is it?
Oh, Howard.
What is it?
No, it's nothing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to behave this way or do this to you or anything.
Well, look here. Take my handkerchief.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, what a nice handkerchief. Just all nice and clean and folded.
Kind of old-fashioned, I guess.
Yeah. It's really nice, Howard. It doesn't help me that much. I'm sorry, but thank you.
Well, I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's just... I think it's just my whole life now, you know? I mean, Tom came over here this afternoon, and Heather hates me, and Dennis is leaving Fernwood.
It's really what's upsetting you, isn't it, Dennis?
No. Yeah. No. I don't know. I don't know. I just, I really thought I cared about him a lot. I really did. And there's a part of me that's very relieved that he's going.
Yeah?
I am relieved that he's going. I mean, would you like a Slurpee?
What?
It's a grape drink. I picked it up at the market. Would you like one? Don't ask me why I got it. I don't know.
No. Have you eaten? Well, come on. Let me take you out to dinner. You must be hungry.
Oh, no, I'm not that hungry. I'm not. I thank you anyway. I just feel like I should stay here in case Heather does come back or anything like that, that I should be here. Do you know what I mean? Or if the phone rings or something. I mean, just in case somebody somewhere needs me. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's Tom. Maybe Tom wants to come home. Oh, no, I can't even think that way. Maybe I'm just saying that because I feel rejected by Dennis. So, because I really didn't care about Dennis that much anyway in the first place. On the other hand, if it is Tom and Tom does want to come home, don't you see how there's nothing I can do? I mean, nothing would be any different. Nothing's changed.
Better answer it, man.
Hello?
Hello? Mrs. Hartman?
I think so.
Mary Hartman?
Yes? Mary
This
Hartman.
is Hugh Boswell here with some terrific news, Mrs. Hartman.
Oh, hi.
I just got through with a
Round of conference calls with the network people in New York, and we've decided on America's typical consumer housewife. You're it.
I'm it? What?
You've won, Mrs. Hartman. You're going to be filmed for a documentary feature and then flown to New York to be interviewed live.
I am?
Yes, that's right.
Me?
We'll be filming you in Fernwood next week, and the show will be on the week after that, starring you, Mary Hartman.
Me? Mary Hartman?
First of all, screw Dennis. He comes into Mary's life like a tornado and turns her emotions around and complicates everything. And then once he finally has a relationship with Mary, he cannot make her a promise? Can't think of all of the things I want to say. I think he sincerely has the feelings for Mary that he says that he does. But to come in and disrupt everything and then to not be able to give Mary that sense of being needed that she feels. And not just needed, but needed as a life partner. I just cannot. I was surprised then to see Clete Meisenheimer getting a kiss from Kathy. Of course, Kathy is in there because she doesn't have a better option, I suppose. At least it's not a sexual harassment story at this point. I don't know, I feel like it might be a bit complicated, but it's very clear to me that Kathy still has those feelings for Father DeMarco, and Father DeMarco maybe is experiencing feelings for Kathy. Not that that's why he is discouraging Kathy and Clete from jumping into an engagement together, but that is really fast. Like, that was crazy fast. I didn't even think they were on kissing terms today when I started the episode, and then they're engaged? Like, where does that come from? Over at the Capri Lounge at the bowling alley, Tom meets some young ladies, and Ed makes very clear why he's not going to be with those young ladies. I suppose we're going to see Tom's real reaction. Tom has really had a good friend in Ed, and I would be really sad if that friendship is destroyed by this. But I suppose we will see if this friendship is changed or if Tom makes some discoveries. And I don't know what to expect. I figure that's going to be a big part of next week. Then Mary coming home in perhaps the way of presenting her very darkest depression was just having her sit in a darkened room for a few minutes, getting a visit from Howard. And Howard is as good as consoling as anyone in this show. Of course, Mary is really most pleased because she has won the typical housewife award, and I suppose that's going to be a new level of complication in her life. Getting interviewed for a documentary series and getting flown to New York. And I should mention that we are 2 weeks away from the end of season 1, so I feel like that's going to be a big wrap-up of this season. I don't know, maybe season 2 is just going to take right off of wherever the episode previous is. I feel like that timing is really good to have 2 weeks to do a couple of really big storylines. Of course, Mary, I'm glad that she has something that makes her excited and happy. Maybe happy is not the right word, but excited. I know that Mary still needs to deal with her various relationships in this show, and that would be Tom and Dennis and even Heather. So that was the Friday, June 18th, 1976 episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Thank you for taking this Billy Pilgrim trip with me back in time, and we will see you next week in Fernwood.